Game audio looks like it's doing its thing. Mic audio looks like it's doing its thing. YouTube sounds like it's doing its thing. I think we're good to go. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy Monday. First day of second round of Apocalypse Grind. The first day of the week. First day, I'm hoping what's going to be a very busy, eventful, newsworthy week here in game. Hope y'all are doing well. Welcome you to the festivities. Got a slightly different layout here tonight. Just playing around with the new aspect ratio of the 11 Pro that I got. So just seeing how that works. But otherwise, it's going to be another fun, exciting, chill, laid-back arena grind. Before we get too far along, I want to welcome the latest VonSubs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos I've put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. Always have plenty of cool stuff coming down the pipes. Got plenty of Apocalypse and Horseman gameplay coming out later on this week. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, punch in the notification bell. Stay on top of things as they go live. Or, hit the subscribe button. All that stuff is very much appreciated. But without much further ado, let's get going. So I have done absolutely nothing in Arena here so far. Even though I'm a day plus removed from round one, it's still kind of nice to just, take a little bit of time away from Arena and just, decompress a little bit. That and just copious amounts of just Storm X just wrecking literally everything as a horseman. I mean, in general, but then also as a horseman, especially. I'm so excited for that stuff to go live, and so you guys can check it out too. She's just so cool, so cool. Starting from the top though, what's up, Sarge? Hope you're doing well, bud. Always a pleasure. Man Falcon stopping in. Greetings and salutations back at you, bud. And Tom, always a pleasure. Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. How's the week been finding you guys here so far? So, here's the plan for tonight, right? Tonight is just, again, putting up as many points as possible in Arena. But I'm not gonna go crazy. Not gonna go crazy about it. And there's probably gonna be a bunch of different tangents too, so be forewarned about that. But there is, for now, an infinite streak to get. Agent X, hello. Welcome, bud. Hope you're doing well. And Turkey, always a pleasure. What's up? What's good, everybody? Also, be forewarned, everybody, that there will be spoilers for the champs coming out next month. That has been leaked, thanks to Trucos, I believe, on the forums. So we'll be talking about that later tonight. That will be coming up. So if for whatever reason you don't want to be spoiled until presumably tomorrow or the day after by the official reveal, just a heads up. Tom saying, got lucky and pulled a 5-star Science Awakening gem. Who can I use it on? Void? Void is a good option. Beardo's a good option. Thing is a good option. Depends. Who you got to use it on? What's up, Lewis? Much appreciated. Thank you for the well wishes. Yeah, it's so cool. It's such a relief, and it's so cool to have that shiny new 5-star APOC to play with. But much appreciated. Oh, well, cheers. Well, awesome, Agent. Much appreciated. Thanks for stopping in. AC, yeah, I'm still playing around with it. Still playing around with it. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of like it sort of where it's at right now, but, you know, at the same time, too, always going to keep playing around with it as well. But for now, not bad. I'm doing good. Today's been a really good day so far. Wound up mostly just burning energy for EQ, just for the lower difficulties. Just, you know, get some extra units, get some extra gold, some extra loot. Still got the last couple sections of Cavalier. No, the new one. Wow, that is a complete brain fart. The newest difficulty. I got the last couple passes to do with that one. But I still got 8 days to do it. It's kind of the downside of having a 5-week month is that there's just... You wind up getting a bunch of extra free time at the end. So I've been taking my time. Definitely taking my time. Absolutely, bud. Absolutely. Next month's looking like it's going to be pretty fun. It'll be really cool to see what they wind up doing with both Cosmic Ghost Rider and with Red Goblin. It kind of just depends really on, you know, what extra bells and whistles they give them. I'm hoping that there's going to be some unifying Herald synergy between Ghost Rider, between Surfer, between Terrax and Moonwalker. I know it's Airwalker. Moonwalker's funnier. So, hopefully. But as far as like Red Goblin goes, I don't know. Like I'm hoping that there's gonna be like some OP like Iron Patriot or Green Goblin synergy in there someplace, but I don't know. But again, like I said, I'm really expecting that to either be officially revealed tomorrow with the full spotlight or Wednesday at the latest. Lewis pulled a Mutant Awakening gem from the calendar today. Awesome. Now I'm debating whether to use it on APOC or AA. Who needs it more? Archangel. For sure. Apocalypse's synergy or awaken ability is like a nice to have sort of thing. But Archangel desperately needs the awakening. So definitely. Just farming refills for next month. Sad about no more beginner difficulty. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like effectively what they did is that they just moved the chains a little bit and shifted the names of the different tiered difficulties, but you know, normal is the new beginner, hard is the new normal. It's like a, you know, like a glorified musical chairs basically. But hey man, so long as there's stuff to do and free stuff to get, I'm game. It'll be interesting too to see what they wind up doing with the whatever the what challenge path is. Like, because I mean, they said before that it's going to change month to month. To see if they're sticking with that or if they're going to just, you know, wind up keeping, you know, complete the entire thing with 4 stars as like a permanent fixture. Which I would not mind. I would not mind. Give everybody a bit more confidence in ranking up the 4 stars again. Because really, I mean, there's a bunch of champs that could have made this month a lot easier. You know, but then you would have to rank them up and then, you know, burn all those resources and you would never use them again outside of, you know, the one path that you need them for. So... Stop it. I'm sure a bunch of that has to wind up doing with freeing up some added bandwidth, right? So either to make the optimize some of the server space on their end, so you don't have like, you know, 6 different difficulties going on in addition to whatever else they're cooking up. But I don't know. Would be interesting though too to see the actual statistics on their side of things, to see how many people actually wind up doing beginner. I do an initial clear just for some of the freebies and just in case like my energy is about to flow over, but I'd be surprised if a lot of people did. Alright, so let's do Nebula, Hulk, and Storm. Ah, Agent, now you're just bragging, my dude. Just bragging. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same. Because the first path, I was like, I'm going to go in and not change around my masteries. Because I run double edge religiously, just, you know, for arena, for AQ, for ward. It's just nice. So I'm like, yeah, I can go in and do this with the 4 stars with the suicide on. And that did not work out well for me. So I had stuff on my overflow anyway, so I was like, alright, whatever. But I do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. The nodes were such that if you brought along the right counters, and you know, as a 4-star, most people have most everybody at this point. It actually wound up being a lot of fun. So kudos to them. What's up, Tom? Happy Monday, dude. How high does Beardo need to be sig-wise to be effective? Mine's at sig 59 and rank 4. To be effective, somewhere in like the 120 range-ish. 120, 140. You really start seeing a more consistent benefit to his sig ability. Optimally, Beardo would be best suited maxed. Because only when he's at sig 200 does he get like 100% reliability for his stuff. But yeah, somewhere like 120, 140, something like that. Blink. Got 1 point in despair. Perfect. 1 point is really all you need. Network issues. Brilliant. We got the, whatchamacallit, maintenance tomorrow night, but of course they just throw like maintenance light our way now. It'd be really that's like the 5th time I said that tonight. I realized it'll be really interesting. It'll be really interesting to see how they keep fleshing out some of the tier 5 CC stuff, especially come Cyber Weekend. You know, just when they usually wind up throwing everybody a bone with that anyway. But they've really started going gangbusters with how and where you can get tier 5 CC. And it's not just like you get a single 2% random crystal. It's like, nah, here's a 10, here's a 10, there's a 10, here's like 6 different 2s. Appreciate that. But at the same time, they keep saying that 5 stars are still the current meta, so I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt, I suppose. Ah, Tom. Tom. I can't tell you how many times I've called it Muppet Treasure Island. So many times. Nice little nostalgia. I haven't seen that movie in ages, though. I wonder how it stacks up, by modern standards. Got one Cosmic from Abyss, one from Act 6. Oh, yeah. Part of me thinks that that's actually programmed into the system because that was the exact same way with me in skill. For 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, each time I wound up pulling 25% skill. First time I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Second time I'm like, wow, this is awful. Third time I'm like, hey, I'm almost there. And then, you got the 25% selector. And then pulled a full skill, pulled a second full skill. So I'm like, all right, well, what am I going to do with 3 skill tier 5 CC? But fortunately, the Kabam gods were good to me. Gave me a Fraggle Rock twice. Oh, stupid. I hate the passive AI. With a passion. Thor Ragnarok, then I got the Stealthy and Elsa, so worked out. Just took me a while to get the tier 4 CC. But it happens. It happens a lot. Venom's a good choice. Unfortunately, Cosmic doesn't have a whole lot of great options. I mean, you've got Corvus and Sparkles as the obvious choices, right? Venom, I think, is up there. Venom the Duck, I think, is up there. And then probably Arcus. And everybody else is like, I guess, But hopefully that changes next month. And then Surfer for Prestige. I don't know why, but I was expecting that to be the other special. And you do is like super spinny attack. I wish they would change the AI, but if they do, it's going to be a silent fix. Just because they've already gone on record saying that there wasn't anything different with the AI, but they never changed it, they never tweaked it, so everything that we're noticing is just, not accurate, pure coincidence, or we're just imagining things. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to wind up tweaking it again at some point. Hopefully at the same time that they wind up increasing the 5-star arena rewards too. Excuse me. It's not a bad idea, Agent. Not a bad idea. Or who knows, maybe another one of the Cosmic Champs are going to wind up getting buffed at some point, and it'll be somebody that everybody's already got. Just blow our minds with how amazing they become. Kamala Khan, God's here confirmed. Yo, what's up, Realm? Good to see you, bud. How's it going? Come on. Come on, dude. Let's do that. And heavy cannonball. Boop. Blink. Do that. And do that. Ouch. Do that again. And that again. There we go. Hoping for a Sunspot or Namor. Got a mutant gem. Yeah. Yeah. Or an Omega too, I suppose. Those two for prestige, but can't imagine how melty a Ring 3 Omega could be. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on. Or just create my own luck. There we go. There we go. Crossbones for the win. Do I wish they had some kind of special 1 and special 2 bias in Arena? Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Or just like, oh, I forget what the node's called specifically, but the one where the bots play more aggressive. Because if they play aggressive, they're always going to be attacking you, and it'd be a lot easier to either counter or parry or bait out specials that way. Because honestly, at the end of the day, the name of the game is just putting up as many points as you can, as quick as you can, and instead of like hunkering down and enjoying the fight. Let's do you and you and you and you. Yeah, it should be okay. And you. There we go. There we go. So I've seen people on the forums pulling 5-star Switch and 5-star Wolvie. And congrats to them. But out of the like 60 or so, 100 or so crystals, whatever, that my entire alliance opened up the last couple days, I ain't saying anything. I've hardly seen like maybe only 1 or 2 6-stars pulled total. So either my alliance is just not very fortuitous or something. Stop it. But if you guys are one of the lucky ones that wound up pulling one of those exclusive 5s or a 6-star, big congrats to you. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. There you go. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on. There you go. Attaboy. Beautiful. I will agree with that, though. It's a big plus of not running suicides is that you've always can just throw specials whenever you want, especially in quests. It's really annoying when the only special you can throw is a special 3. Guess that'll have to do. Seed Rome. You gotta look at a glass half full though too. The second 6-star you pull is only gonna be uphill from here. So That's something, I guess, right? Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Tangent number one, guys. So I wanted to see about possibly speculating on who the um, feature champ would be starting up tomorrow. Okay, so or Thursday. And I thought one of the possibilities would be OG Ghost Rider, but doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Wouldn't it be awful if it was like Green Goblin or somebody? I mean, if you didn't have a Green Goblin, that'd be the perfect opportunity to pick one up, but still. Yeah, let's do that. Friend gotten duped her in 5 crystals. That's insane. Who was a Profhoff did that too, I think, right? That's when the RNG gods are in your favor. Well, big congrats. Big congrats. Like, I've heard some of the initial reports of from people who wound up getting her and like wasn't Max, wasn't Panaman Pete either. So I wound up getting her a last time around, waking her up and then maxing her out, taking her out for a spin, and she looked pretty cool. You know, not as big and shiny and as amazing as, you know, when she was a 4-star in modern context, but still, I would love to have one and play as her again, especially for some of the synergies too. Like with Vision, Magneto, a couple others. Doink. Do that. Ouch. Stop it. Stop it. There you go. Do that. And do that. Come on. Come on. There you go. Got the beautiful face of Platinum Pool on my second account. Got the torso and left arm from the crystals. Yeah, maybe there's going to be another piece here coming out in the next week or so too, with the new patch. It's another champ. I'm only a torso, yeah, the torso away and from fully forming mine. See what he does as a horseman, just for kicks. Yeah, seriously, Falcon. Seriously. Gives a little R&R. Especially before Cosmic Ghost Rider starts up. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'd be another one of those throwback mutant 5-star champs. Or even any of the throwback 5-star champs. We got War Machine still. We got Movie Vision. We got OG Ms. Marvel. Wolverine. Switch. Got a few. There we go. Beautiful. Have to be uncollected on second account to claim him. Oh, really? I didn't realize that was something that was tied behind progression. I thought anybody could get him. That's right. I'm Quake. Silly goose. I always forget. Kind of the downside of just doing so many different arena runs is that I always forget who it is I'm playing as. Alright. There we go. Like, get out of here, dude. You're close enough. Cheers, all. Alright, so that's the infinite streak in the books. Switch on over to the 5s. Get those going for the next 8 fights. And then just go from there. Wouldn't that be something, though? Just seeing Green Goblin right there. Wouldn't that be something if the synergies wind up like just boosting Iron Patriot and Green Goblin back into the stratosphere? Like if it's a, not even a Horseman-esque synergy, but it's like what they did with King with Apocalypse. And you didn't make King like amazing or god tier or game breaking, but you made him viable. Which at the end of the day is as much as anyone could hope for. Uh-oh. Doink. Hey, what's good, PC? Finally, finally. PC's coming back to the stream. Good to see you, bud. Happy Monday. How in the heck are ya? Got 2 good 5-star rank 4 on second account, X23 and Longshot. Hulk is my 3rd one. I would take up for Act 5. Hulk's pretty good. Hulk's pretty good. I know Hulk isn't big or bright. I mean, he's big, but he's not bright or shiny or new, but he synergizes with like half the contest. I know people were pretty bummed to pull him even out of a basic, but I respectfully disagree. Sheermoy stopping in, asking how the grind for the dupe is going. Pretty good, dude. I'm almost to my infinite streak, so I think I'm on a really good pace here at the end of day 1. Yo, what's up, Jay? Just got off work, now gonna hang out for a bit. Very cool. Well, thanks for tuning in. Hope the day at work wasn't anything too terribly crazy. Uh-oh. Please don't kill me. Did Rob vonShoe people's eyebrow? Jeez, his intercept game is on point. Goodness. Wow, that did absolutely nothing. That did absolutely nothing. That's embarrassing. Yeah, dude. 106 mil was just the start. I need to double down. Just play the game 24/7 for the next 3 days. Get no sleep whatsoever. Never turn the game off. And I think I could double that pretty easily. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. No friggin' way. No way. Ah, well. That's what I hear, Jay. That's what I hear. That's very unfortunate. But what's the latest news for you guys? Because like out here, in California, we hear the news and we hear the stories, but it's not like it's overly in depth or, you know, up to the minute. Oh, that was so lucky. So see that your back yelled at you enough? Yeah. I figured I'd change stuff up a little bit. Keep it fresh, especially with the new aspect ratio for the new phone. It's like it's either that the picture is going to be really tiny, really cropped, or something would need to change. Doink. I was like, wait a minute, I'm shocking me, and I don't care. That wasn't going to hurt me. Hey, seriously. Seriously. The older I get, the more I appreciate sleep and naps. Like, if I could go back and tell my younger self, even my, like, college younger self, just how amazing naps are, I would in a heartbeat. It would have made my life so much easier back then. Well, it's good to have you, PC. Good to have you. Got the crew together. Have I used Apocalypse yet? Yes, but I'm still playing around and figuring out exactly how he ticks. And kind of getting a feel for, you know, what does what and how you do this and this, that, and the other. Not gonna lie though, I have been spending a lot more time, honestly, with Horseman Stormax. She's just nuts. I forget if you were here yesterday when I was doing the showcase, or if that was before or after you tuned in, but it's disgusting. It's disgusting the amount of power that and damage that she's got. Doink. Doink. Do that and that and that. Uh-oh. Man, that poison wasn't messing around. Like, if I didn't stand there just healing the whole time, that probably would have done me in. I mean, I know, granted, the healing wasn't doing as much as it would have otherwise because of the poison reduction, but still. Really? What paths or what fights do you take Storm in for? I would love to take mine in on offense, but she's been getting stuck on defense since I ranked her up. Because I'd love to take her in against some of the champs or some of the nodes with Unstoppable. Just with her passive slow. Or shifting immunities too. Fair enough, Shermoy. Fair enough. Well, I will say this. Is that... Actually, no, I shouldn't say it. Because I need to do a little bit more homework in like 6.3, 6.4. But what I was going to say otherwise is that there isn't a champ or fight in the game where you can take a Storm X up against and really be able to ramp her up and rev her up and have it be like fully as effective as it could be. Because like even yesterday, with Professor X, with the White Magneto boost, with Horseman, still wasn't able to fully maximize like her damage output. And that's also, you know, unboosted too with 5 out of 6 suicides. So it's ridiculous. I had speculated yesterday before going into fight with her that like the rank 3, you would probably be able to like max out at maybe like a 400,000 special 3, maybe. And I was just so grossly like under whatchamacallit? Like I undershot by so much. It's insane. It's just straight up insane. Doink. What's that under the painting? So right there is a candle. Right there is a clock. And then that's my air conditioning. I swear one of these days I'm going to just like set it up and just have like a shifting display or something back there. Be like some of the other YouTubers, take the painting down and put up my logo. In the dark. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's amazing to me, too, how many people are still sitting on her. Like, people are just now starting to come around on Elsa, which is wonderful. I'm glad. You know, I've been shouting her praises from the rooftop for as long as she's been in the game. And it's cool to see other people are starting to pick up on it, too. But Storm, I think, is much in the same category as Elsa. Where she's got a lot of cool stuff going for her, but because it isn't like Ghost or Corvus levels of immediate gratification, like she's either been just overlooked or just forgotten. Will my logo be shoe shaped? Oh, it is a shoe, dude. It's the croc with the spats, that from the channel banner. Someday when I have a little bit more time, I should probably... I've been wanting to go back in and just like update and tweak it a little bit. And just add a little bit extra polish. But my to-do list is like a 10 feet long. It's ridiculous. It's also a Hydra. Every time I scratch one thing off the to-do list, then 3 more spring in and take its place. Boink, boink, yoink. Do that, and that. Do you remember the debate between Seaton and Prof Hoff about Quake? No. I don't remember that there was a discussion between the two of them. Wasn't it, actually no, wasn't it Prof saying that Quake was amazing and Seaton was saying that she's trash? Something like that? Shoe-shaped nightlight. Yeah, or like one of those neon bar signs. I'm probably gonna need to wait like a few years for that, like, for that super spicy YouTube money to start kicking in. But that would be sick. One of my buddies in an old job I used to work. Do that, do that. One of my buddies from an old job, that was his job, just make neon signs. And he was just saying how complicated it was, just for one, just because of the material and how you have to build it, but then for two, because a lot of clients didn't understand the logistics of how a neon sign is constructed, and they just wanted like their super intricate design to be perfectly replicated in the light. And it's like, well, it's not how that works. When was the last time you saw a neon sign with like a bunch of stuff going on? It's cool, but it's also very straightforward too. Uh-oh. Oh, it's kind of an amusing, slightly silly debate though. Is she God tier or above God tier? It's like, well, kind of mincing words there a little bit. It's like, it's like debating. It's like saying if like Corvus is God tier or beyond God tier. It's like, well, yeah, he's good. You're gonna rank him up if you get him, but otherwise, it does it. Does the semantics really matter? At the end of the day, I mean, really, does it? I don't think so. I mean, maybe someday I will, but with the background logo. But I'm not gonna lie. For now, it's kind of cool and much more on brand to have some art back there. Have a shifting gallery going or something. Or just put up a green screen and just have like animated GIFs dancing back there. Well, Nick here is already hosed because, well, maybe not. I take it back. I take it back. I was like, because I'm bleeding you now. What's he gonna do to me? And then I shut up. Seaton learned. Seaton learned. I mean, maybe, because between launching the projectiles and then doing like the drop kick and then the double somersault backflip, doing a couple push-ups, twiddling his thumbs a little bit. I mean, it's a very busy synergy. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot going on. I, like I get the point of it is like to force people back and work on the spacing and whatnot, but there are easier ways of doing that without just dexing what seven different hits. like Tiger is a master at reducing spacing, and same with who is it, Masakura. But specials like that where it's just attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack. It's like, okay, we get it. This isn't fun anymore. Uh-oh. Stop it. Stop it. Get out of here, ghost. Silly goose. Oh, what did I do? Yeah, I remember London Town. I used to be in his alliance. Way back when. That was a few years ago. I was in his alliance without realizing I was in his alliance. He was just like... I'm not going to tell stories out of turn. He ran the alliance, but he was also very focused on doing the YouTubing. Which is good. It's definitely his prerogative, but... did make some alliance events a little bit more difficult. Seemed like a good dude though. But yeah, I mean, again, that was years ago. 2017 maybe? 2016? Something like that. I've been playing this game a long time. Dude just throws his special and he's like, yep, nope, I'm done, I'm out. Lates. Torch down for the nap. And backhand. Hey, stop it. Stop it. No. I think that was about the same time that I was still running Ultron and Joe Fixit for, was it map 4 AQ? Just for the immunities and the heals. That's a callback. I will say this though, and it was really interesting too being in the alliance, because you'd have people who are fans of his YouTube channel starting to like spam us, like trying to ask us to get his attention, and it's like, no. Like, hey, would you tell London Town that I say hi? And who should I rank up? I'm like, no, dude, don't do that. Just go on his stream, say hey, and if he answers you, cool. If not, you know, keep asking. Ultron could still be really interesting. He just needs the damage to keep up with modern day. Because the fact that he's got that energy absorption is pretty cool. Reliable regens is nice. He can bleed and then end the bleed with a special one. There we go. He's got stuff going on for him. I mean, a special 3 takes about a year and a half to get through, but otherwise, not bad, all things considered. But he's definitely in the run with a lot of other champs too, where they've got really interesting base kits that can do a lot of utility things. It's just they don't have the damage numbers to keep up with the health pools that we find nowadays. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I know BG has a lot on his plate. He's got a lot on his plate. But his his in-depth character analyses that he does are second to none. They're top notch. Like the one that he did on Void back when Void was coming out was the reason I wanted Void. It's like I was like, hey, that's a pretty cool champ, and then I saw BG's in-depth video on Void. I'm like, I have to have this guy. And I'm so glad that I did, because he has saved my butt so many freaking times. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. You can always come back and do Ultron another time. If they buff Ultron, though, they definitely need to buff Loltron, though, too. Because Loltron is so horribly underwhelming. And I get he's a trophy champ, and he's just there to be a trophy champ, but nothing's working the way it should. Kick. Punch. And still, nobody else has a mechanic like Void that punishes debuffs with damage. Because that's the best part about Void is that, I mean, effectively, you just have to stand there. And enemies just take damage for existing. It's wonderful. Hey, awesome, Falcon. Enjoy. Yeah, let's do it that way. Do this, go up against Sparkles. Perhaps, perchance. There we go. I was like, please don't be network issues again. It wasn't, it was just user error. Again. Do that and that and that. Alright, so here's a fun little thought exercise. Just say they do wind up announcing the Maze 2 for their Summer of Pain next month, right? It's supposed to be an Abyss Light. It's supposed to be on par with Endgame Act 6. What do you think the prizes would be? Because I'm assuming there's going to be a completion, there would be an exploration. I doubt there would be like a 4-star challenge or something, right? But what do you think? Hey, what's good, Black Knight? Good to see ya. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the festivities. Don't think 8-Pac might be the mutant Void? He could be. Now that I think about it, now that you mention it, he could be. I gotta play around with his kit just a little bit more and get a better feel for him, but wouldn't that? I hope so. Do that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna wind up getting some news for that stuff. If not tomorrow, then Wednesday at the latest. Man, this sucks. How do I want to play this? Because I think Ronin is still metal. Man, that is awful. What's up, Nigel? Alright, get off me, dude. Just gonna kick you around a little bit till your bleed expires. Guess not. I'm probably gonna do the Ring 3 Omega the same way. Just dance around until the aura falls off. Oh, I'm not metal. That's cool. Say bye-bye to those debuffs. Ouch. I done goofed. Special me, dude. Please. Thank you. Okay. Okay. This isn't so bad. I don't think his aura charges my... Oh, do they? Does it? No. Charges my, whatchamacallit, feedback. Be pretty cool if it did, though. Come on. Come on. Thank you. I don't think the detonation... Is the detonation going to kill him? I don't think so. But I'm kind of curious at the same time. Nope. 10%. Okay. That wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Nigel says, still haven't done Labyrinth of Legends. Is it doable without Aegon or Star-Lord or Fury? Yep. Easy path is, at least. I did the easy path with a rank for Sig 20 Storm. So it's definitely doable. It's a lot easier if you got those guys, not gonna lie. But it's definitely doable. Especially nowadays, there's a lot more Labyrinth-friendly champs out there, which is really cool. If you got an Elsa Bloodstone, she's going to do a huge number on everybody. Blade is very helpful for champs like Magic or villains if you've got the proper synergies. Yeah, there's a lot of options. And then once you get, you know, either Star-Lord or Aegon or a couple others, then you can come back and then hit the corners for that A-Bomb for the X-23, and then was it Spider-Man, I think was the other one. What's up, PP? Much appreciated for the well wishes. Glad to have that big grind behind me, though. That. Just try and keep some of those spores off me. And there we go. Nice. We need arena changes already. I could not agree with you more. Arena is so... like, the prizes are so stale. And the fact that they already promised that they were going to increase the top prizes from top 150 to top 300, which I still feel is not enough, but nicer than what we got. Scores are still going to be ridiculously high because of those 6-star boosts that they're handing out like candy now. I think Mags is pretty bleed immune, but that's only against metal champs, as far as I recall. How fun is Professor X? He is a lot of fun. I definitely do recommend running him, though, without suicides turned on. That would make life a lot easier. What's up, Samuel? How you doing, bud? Happy Monday. Welcome to the festivities. Hope you're doing well. You got it, Tom. It's one of the fun things to do with the Horseman synergy. Only thinking about it now as Emma. Especially when you have them paired with Professor X, is that you effectively become suicide immune, right? So Professor X with the proper synergy gives you 73% poison immunity, and Horseman gives you 100% bleed immunity. Which means you're going to be doing a lot of healing if you got recovery and willpower turned on. Plus, any other natural immunities that some of the champs have, like Storm with Shock and Cold Snap, and a couple others. There we go. Thank you. Means that some of these guys are going to be healing machines. Get out of here, She-Hulk. Professor X or Apocalypse to rank 5? Probably Apocalypse. That's tough. Because both of them have pretty decent prestige. I would probably say Professor X to rank 5. And the only reason I say Professor X instead of Apocalypse is that with Professor X, you actually have to win 4 fights. You can't cheese it with a synergy to get his big mutant synergy boost. Because like Apoc, you can just bring Cable, right? You can just bring Cable or Sinister or Kang, KO, whatchamacallit. Yeah, KO Apocalypse, revive him, and then turn somebody into a Horseman immediately without ever playing him. Professor X, you actually have to go through and win the fights. So to have him at rank 5 would be really nice, just to make that a little bit easier. The thing with both of the champs is that their awakened abilities are just nice to haves. But Professor X especially really only needs to be Sig 1 to get the best benefit out of his synergies, in my humble opinion. Just because his best synergy is, or the best bit of his awakened ability is that his timer starts counting naturally, which makes fighting like evade champs 100% easier. Either way, congrats on having both of them. And whoever it is you wind up going for, congrats on the rank up. Alright, so let's throw this and this and this. Time Twin says, did I get Apocalypse the first time around? If so, how many points did I do? Yes, I did. I wound up going for him first round. I put up 106.6 million points. Wound up getting rank 10, which was just a little bit overkill, but I am not complaining at all. Not complaining at all. The cutoff, I think, was like 86 mil, something like that, according to Trucos. So, not an easy grind. Sandmeal sending over $2. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Much appreciated, bud. Let's get you up on there on the board, bud. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Thank you again. Very nice. Very nice. Nigel says, just check Red Mag's bleed and shock immunity, but is always active. Oh, yeah. That's why people are just scrambling to get Red Magneto ranked up. And I can't blame them. Can't blame them. Seeing a lot of Red Mags at rank 3 now, unawakened, which is very cool. Can't wait to try him out as a horseman as well. That's probably one of the coolest things about Apocalypse is that he's giving us all like a new reason to go back and play all of the old mutants again. Tom saying, Rob, you were 10th in the world. Yep, that's right. Cheers. It's pretty nuts. I was not anticipating being that high. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So how you doing? Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the festivities. Hope you're doing well. Saying, hey, who to awaken? Red Guardian or Beardo? Both both 5 stars. Beardo for sure. Red Guardian's really cool, really useful, can do a lot of cool stuff, but Cat Beardo's awaken ability is beyond amazing. It helps you out in so many different spots, and then the awaken ability can do so many different things. Just, you know, depending on who else is on your team. Plus, it's one of the nicest scaling awakened abilities, too. So, you know, once you get him woken up, then you don't feel bad about throwing as many Sig Stones at him as you can, because his ability just keeps getting better and better and better and better. Like, noticeably better and better and better. Come on, my dude. Thank you. Spinny, spinny, spinny. And boop. Hope my thumbs still work. There was a bit of ice involved, not gonna lie. But yeah, fortunately wound up working out okay. Just gotta take your periodic breaks, do something else, massage your hands. Which sounds so silly. But it's like 100% like a necessity. How much did I spend on refreshes? It wound up being somewhere around 6,000 units, give or take. So I had 3,100 saved up going into it. We got 500 from the calendar, and then the rest I wound up popping out of arena crystals. So So that actually worked out really good. Really, really good. Is Red Mags better than Colossus? No. I don't know. Red Mags is better than Colossus if you're fighting a metal opponent. Colossus is better in every other fight, I would say. Because the one thing that I'm not super thrilled about Red Magneto is that all of his damage is tied up behind heavy charging for the prowess. So if you go up against somebody where you aren't able to heavy charge like that, if they're stun immune or something like that, or it's like a Black Panther Civil War where heavy attacks are not your friend, you're gonna have a bad time. Oh, which is nice. It's a nice balance. It's a really nice balance. Red Magneto definitely has the better synergies, though. Stop dancing around. Goodness gracious. There we go. Samuel saying, got them both as 4 stars. Spent a lot of time and money. Only getting 3-star APOC and 4-star Professor X. Had to grind for the 4-star APOC in Arena. I only have resources to take one of them to rank 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the best way to go. It's just roll with Professor X. Because that too, and then Professor X is really squishy to begin with. So having him at the higher level would be just a little bit extra health too. I remember pulling Red Mags as my first 6-star. It made me quit for months. Now it's maybe the best luck I ever had. I 100% know that feeling. I was the same way with Magic. Magic was my second 5-star ever, and she was absolute trash. Absolute trash. And then she got buffed. And then I was like, holy cow, I am so thankful to have this Magic. That's kind of just how the game works, you know. It's nice that they're going back and buffing old champs, and especially nice that they're buffing them as frequently as they are now. It's like, hey, maybe the bench warmer that I got now is going to wind up being super fun and useful a couple months down the road, maybe. Boink. There we go. What's up, Evan? How you doing, bud? Asking thoughts on the 6-star arena boosts and the new solo crystals. Saw a team of rank 3s all with 100k points. Yep, that was me. I posted that on Twitter a little bit earlier. I think the 6-star boosts are a natural and necessary evolution of arena boosts. I just think it's a lot of the cart leading the horse in terms of like when everything was released. So what I mean by that is that arenas have been needing a huge overhaul for years now. Not months, not a year, years now. Like the fact that cutoffs now are in the 70, 80, 90 million range for a 5-star in today's meta is absurd. The fact that you have to spend like 36 hours over 3 days grinding nonstop to be able to get a champ is ridiculous. So if they had gone back and like upgraded the arenas to top 300, top 500, get the 5-star champ, and then you introduce the 6-star boosts. Hey, sure, cool, why not? That makes sense. Scores are going to be lower because there's more prize slots, the scores are going to go up a little bit because the arena boosts exist for one and are as common as they are. Because that's the other thing though too. It'd be one thing if like, you know, we get 30 of those supreme solo crystals or whatever they're called, right? With a super low chance to drop a 6-star boost, but with a drop rate for the boosts as high as they are, you're gonna get like 1 or 2 of them a day, easy. You know, maybe more every day, just by playing the game normally and naturally. So like, you know, first arena here, it's not gonna play that big of a deal because, yeah, even best case scenario, you're gonna wind up having like what 6 or 8 6-star boosts, and those only last 15 minutes, and you're gonna get some extra points, but it's not gonna be a huge deal breaker. But you just wait like even a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks for sure, when you've got like 30, 40 of those boosts potentially. Like, that's just going to drive the scores up like mad. Very long-winded answer, but it's kind of where I'm at. Good idea, bad timing. And I think I'd much rather see the change to arena first. Tom's sitting on 7,200 units right now. Very good. Come on, Humdall. Come on, dude. And get out of here. There we go. Pretty much, Nigel. Pretty much. Heavy and win. Heavy and win. Then, again, the wonderful thing about Magneto is that he synergizes with so many people as well. So he fits very nicely on many existing squads. Plus, if you still run the OG mutant crit team too, then that just blasts him into the stratosphere. See, that's the thing, though, Time Twin. That's the thing. They absolutely should have a 6-star arena at this point, or at the very least a 6-star basic. You know, they keep saying that 5 stars are still a meta. 5 stars are still a meta, and for a lot of people, yeah, it is. But when you tailor all of the content, like the content that everybody is aspiring to, towards having 6-star rosters, that doesn't mean that. That means that, you know, your meta is 6 stars now. So I think a lot of that too is just a bit of lip service. You know, the game is tailored towards 6 stars. The deals and cash offers are tailored towards 6 stars. But they still say 5 stars. But we all know. We all know where it's at. All I know is that AQ has gone through several different iterations, and AW has gone through several different iterations, and Arena has gone through 0 iterations. Like, the last change to Arena was taking out the 4-star basic as a milestone prize. Or, yeah, they did that for one arena as a milestone prize, and then having the 1 to 10% be the basic champ. That was so frustrating. Well, see, that's the thing, Samuel, is that it's late. So keeps things pretty low-key over here. Let's do this and do this. You know, Swag, what I think is going to happen, though, is I think that they're going to start introducing either 7 stars or whatever the next evolution of rarity is going to be well before they ever start allowing us to save for them. So what they wound up doing with the 6 stars is that we fought 6 stars for like 6 months, and then they started releasing 6-star shards bit by bit. The thing is, though, is that nobody wants 7s. Nobody wants 7s. Which is good. You know, I think everybody would be more excited to slowly start to earn stuff towards a rank 4 6-star. And then, you know, a little bit further down the road, rank 5 6 stars. Worry about the 7s later on. I just know for me is that it's good. It would be very, very tiring and cumbersome grinding and earning the same champs again and again and again. It's like, my dude, I got this as a 4-star, and then I had to go and try and get him as a 5-star, and then I finally got him as a 5-star, and now I gotta go and get him as a 6-star, and then I finally got him as a 6-star, and then finally got to rank him up as a 6-star, and now you're telling me I have to get that same dude that I've already gone for 3 times before as a 7-star? Get out of here. What are the initial opinions on Cosmic Ghost Rider and Red Goblin? I think I would be very excited for like some OP God tier buff synergy for Green Goblin and for Iron Patriot. I think that'd be really cool. But they don't have a great track record on Heralds. So as cool as Cosmic Ghost Rider could be, not... I don't know. It's a lot of wait and see. A lot of wait and see. Doink. Hey, stop it. Stop it. No touchy. There you go. Thing is, if we don't get 7 stars, what's the next eventual... Well, yeah, everyone's gonna plateau eventually. The only thing that would change that is if they introduce items into the game. So then, yeah, you can have a maxed out 6-star, but, you know, it's the items that wind up taking the characters to the next level. And they've been talking about adding gear into the game for years, so the fact that it still hasn't happened is a good sign, but I wouldn't write them off for never doing it either. Do I think Ghost Rider will get buffed by Cosmic Ghost Rider? Probably. Probably. But the fact that Ghost Rider isn't available as a 6-star is unfortunately kind of limiting. So yeah, he probably will. It'll probably be pretty cool. I'm hoping it would either be like a 5th different judgment. That could be pretty fun. Or either another Blade-esque synergy where it just boosts the probability of one of them triggering. It depends how they do gear, though, really, because it's like, how would you introduce it? How would it work? You know, champions could only hold one piece of gear at a time. Could they hold several? Would the gear synergize with the champions? Would it synergize with other gear? You know, it could work. Would gear be its own separate arena? Maybe. That would actually be a. Another thing about it, that actually makes a lot of sense because we're supposed to be getting a new arena crystal on the first, supposedly with the new, with a Thronebreaker title. So to get a 6-star version of Punisher would kind of make sense, you know, given the timing. Same with the Punisher 99. Hey, stop it. Not cool, Panther. Not cool. He is. Punisher is like a prototype version of Nick Fury with the open wound mechanic, which is really nice, and you can start stacking up some pretty sizable bleed damage. Just got to play the long game for it. So who here remembers back when Punisher's SIG ability was something that could keep triggering repeatedly? Not SIG ability, his awakened ability. So you could like KO Punisher 5 times and then he just keeps coming back to life and you got to try and KO him again. Wait for the entire timer to cycle through. Fun times, fun times. That's why everyone wound up just cheesing him with bleed or poison effects. Because for whatever reason, the dot damage would bypass the awakened ability. Not because of reduced ability accuracy because of mastery, it's just because of a loophole in the programming. That's a throwback. I mean, that was the same time that Punisher and Winter Soldier had the exact same animations. Like a 5-star Punisher one day. Yeah, if they could like have a feature in a store someplace similar to Unstoppable Colossus where you can just pay a set amount of arena chips, battle chips for a 5-star Punisher instead of like gambling at a insanely low drop rate, I'd appreciate that. I mean, it's Punisher. He's a trophy champ, sure, but it's an awful lot of work and luck to go for you know, just the novelty of a trophy champ, you know. I do remember Iron Fist's yellow gloves. Back in the day. Blink. Mephisto's probably getting a synergy too. Just because in the bio from, what, MCOC mod, whoever it was, mentioned Mephisto. Which would be cool. Mephisto hasn't had a synergy in a good while. But, I mean, then again, I hope that these are like unique synergies that are interesting and specific towards the champion as opposed to friends or enemies or, I don't know, one of those cheesy, stupid synergies that really doesn't do much. It's just there for novelty's sake. Yo, Naranjan, what's up? Happy Monday. Welcome to the festivities. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in ages either. How have you been? What's the latest and greatest? Didn't Iron Fist used to have a different shirt too? Like it was either a a closed shirt or different sized dragon or something. Maybe I'm misremembering. Swag saying tomorrow I'm going for a featured 6-star depending on who I get. Could be a new rank 3. That is very true. There are a lot of rank 3 options in the featured crystal. I wish you the best of luck with that, man. I wish you the best of luck. I'd love to go for that featured 6. Try and wake up Tigra or Hitmonkey. Or pull Red Guardian. Or Invisible Woman's in there too, right? It's just, for me, there's always that little nagging bit in the back of my head. It's like, well, maybe this is the time you pull a Captain Marvel movie. Maybe. It never is, but still. Always got that voice back there. PP, no, I have not seen the full breakdown. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you kindly. All I saw was the bio, and then just like the brief synopsis of like what special 1, 2, and 3 do. But anything else aside from that, I haven't. So yeah, thank you again. Much appreciated. About to 100% Act 5, 2 quests left. Very cool. Then you got a bunch of cool loot coming your way then too, huh? Now, see, Tom, the thing is, if you want to change costumes, change outfits, you gotta switch them over to Realm of Champions, because that's a fully dollhouse dress-up bit. Like, I want my Storm to wear this hat and this cloak with these clothes, and this thing and that. I'm like, hey, that's cool, I guess. I'll take it. Don't jinx it, Swag. Don't jinx it. Hey, if nothing else, try the shoe shine way to open. Pop open a few premiums first, get some of that bad luck out of the way, and then pet method it after that. For me, it's worked out about 49% of the time. It's been working out every time, so maybe there's something to it. There's nothing to it, but maybe there's something to it. Got Sig 40 on my Falcon from Basics, so I'm burned from the Basics for now. That would do it. But Falcon's getting a buff next month, isn't he? So maybe that'll wind up being a blessing in disguise. Do that and that and that. I have no idea, Tom. I haven't played. I know I see Rich posting videos about Realm all the time, but I think he's got the whatchamacallit, the beta version or the foreign version, just because it hasn't had a global release just yet. But as soon as it's available in the States, at least officially, then yeah, I'll download it. I'll give it a go. I don't know how much time I'll be able to devote to it because, again, just like Contest of Champions, it's a very grind-heavy game, and I ain't got time for that. Boink. Boink. You know, people have opened up 30 dual crystals and gotten trash. Oh, yeah. On the beta server, I opened up, was it 32, to see how many Cap Marvel movies and Warlocks I got. And I got no Cap Marvel movies, and I only got 1 Warlock out of 32 crystals. So it's better odds, but still not great odds. Come on, dude. Come on, my dude. I don't care if you got a Disney Plus show coming up or not. Still going down either way. Nigel opened 3 calves this week, pulled a 6-star Professor X and 2 5-star Surfers. That is disgusting luck. Amazing luck, but that's disgusting luck. Big congrats, though. Big congrats. His Hulk was unconscious for a while. See, well, there you go. I learned something right there. I didn't know champs could be conscious or not. Another reason I'm still probably going to go for basics for a while. Because White Widow is in basics now. And I would really like to get a 6-star version of White Widow. That shock damage she does is nuts. And super easy to get, too. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Blink. I think the Gambit buff might be decent. I think at this point anything would be better than what we got. Because at the same time, they got to factor in that Gambit's going to be a horseman now, too. Could be a horseman. I just want these guys to be somewhat useful. Like, you don't have to be the champ that I go to for everything, you know? You don't have to be a Void. You don't have to be an Omega. You don't have to be the rest of the lot. Quake, Ghost, Corvus. But you should still be fun to play and at least have your use, however niche it may be. Like, for example, take Ronin, for example. Ronin is an extraordinarily bland champ with no synergies and very little damage output. His utility, though, is through the roof. So if you get somebody who procs buffs and keeps proccing buffs, he is going to destroy them and have such a cheesy good time doing it. So, like, you throw a couple more champs like that in the mix where it's like, yeah, you're going to sit and collect dust, but once I call you up and you're on the roster, you are going to have such a good time. And there are so few champs right now that are like that. For whatever reason. Maybe that's something they could do for some of these upcoming buffs. Just make more extremely niche adjustments. Do a Gambit Horseman playthrough. I'll give it a whirl. Give it a try. I'm going to be doing a lot of Gambit and a lot of Horseman stuff coming up. Because, really, I want to try the Horseman with most everybody. And just see what happens. See what that huge prowess increase does, too. Nigel, don't put that out there in the universe, man. Don't put that out there in the universe. It might. I mean, I'm hoping that his Red Wing bonus becomes like a crossfight ability. Just so it becomes a bit more useful. Maybe like a skill version of Mr. Fantastic. That's really all that has to be. Maybe bump his damage numbers a little bit, but... Uh-oh. Wrecked. Wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, I see where you're coming from, PP, but were it not for her crazy damage, she'd be dancing around this stage a bit too much for my liking, I think. Like, I'm accommodating with Tigra because, you know, Tigra's definitely got her uses and fun, different, unique play style. But when she sings, she sings. If White Widow did the same thing but without like the benefit of the damage behind it, and she's just, you know, jumping around all over the place, it'd be a bit too much movement for my liking. Yeah, or like how they have Herbie popping in for the Fantastic Four synergies, where you actually see like a an actual model for Red Wing, either just hanging out in the background or part of like the opening animation or closing animation or something, instead of just being like a line in the description. Boink. Come on. Nightcrawler as a horseman with Havoc. Get them big damage numbers. This bleed would be pretty good too. Aside from the shock, I think I like the most about White Widow is that once you knock her out, she gives Ronan a huge boost. And I really like Ronan, and I wish people liked Ronan too. But he gets swept under the rug so many times just because his bleed isn't the same as Nick Fury's. But the fact that he can shrug off any debuff just by, you know, doing that 2-hit combo and then dashing back, it's so useful. It's so useful. Plus, when he gets ramped up, then he does a lot more damage, and with the KO'd White Widow, his bleed is pretty sizable. But then also at the same time, too, do just like a couple of silly tests. Like, what does Goldpool do when he's a horseman? You know, stuff like that. Like, as soon as I get a fully formed Platinum Pool, he's becoming a horseman as well. If for no other reason to just throw a few more icons up there. I'm not kidding, guys. Platinum Pool is probably going to be the first champ that breaks the 4th row of icons in this game. It's really silly. Whoever they got doing UI over there, I'm sure has a lot on their plate. However, were they to find the time to redesign the icons for the buffs and debuffs and passive and all that, that would be very nice. Because there are way too many icons. Too many icons for one, they look too similar. And the fact that they're always just all over the place and no consistent spot, you wind up wasting so much time trying to find which icon you're looking for in a list of like 8 or 10 different icons. It's like, alright, I'm looking for the stun timer. Okay, it's red. Well, he's bleeding, and there's also like poison, and that's red. And it was here, but one of the buffs fell off, so now it's there. What's up, Andy? Andy McPandy. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so let's do that. Almost through the 6 stars here, and just in the span of less than 2 hours, already sitting at over 6 mil, which is almost halfway. I love it. There's no one spot that says what all the icons in the game are, though, either. You know, because you got the buffs, you got the debuffs, you got the passive buffs, passive debuffs, and then you got the champ-specific stuff. Like Venom, for instance, has like one of the only black icons in the game with his, was it Clintar? His Venom buffs, right? Kingpin's got his Kingpin buffs. Platinum Pool's got all his Platinum Pool buffs. And some of the buffs have a ring around them. Some of the buffs have like a white half ring on the top and the bottom. Like it's like a Digimon thing. Like, I think the easy solution to that is like have buffs be circles, have passives be like diamonds, or like champ specific stuff be like square or star shaped or something else entirely. That way, at least at a glance, you can see, oh, red circle is this. Red triangle is that. Hey, awesome. Well, Andy, big congrats on pulling that Elsa. She is amazing, and cheers for checking out the video. She's immensely fun to play, and yeah, easily my favorite champ. Maybe. If Dave is able to break away from doing the deep dives with Kabam, I would be all for that. Yo, what's up, Cap? I'm much appreciated. Been working on moving stuff around a little bit, just with the new screen size for the game. I was like, all right, well, it's time to move stuff around a little bit, streamline it a little bit. I'm kind of liking it. PC saying, why do I like Elsa so much? Well, the too long didn't read version, because no joke, I could ramble and rant and go on for about half an hour as to why she's awesome. I really could. That's not hyperbole. I really could. The too long didn't read version is that she's an absolute monster unawakened, which is great. So, you know, if you pull her straight out of a crystal, you don't need to worry about waking her up for her to be useful. The stuff that she gets in her standard kit is fantastic. She's got that passive evade bit, which is a great workaround for nodes like invade or super annoying evade champs. Because, you know, if you play smart, play defensively, you will never get touched. Speaking of the evade champs, she can throw down a cold snap, which plays great against the spider folk and night crawlers. But they also can deal out incinerate damage too. So she isn't stuck with like the standard skill bleed debuffs like Nick or Ronin or Hitmonkey or anybody else. She's got a couple debuffs that not as many people are immune against, which is very cool. Depending on which attack you throw down, you can cycle through adding multipliers or debuffs. With each multiplier, it just increases the damage of the debuff, so in most cases, for most fights, Arena especially, all you gotta do is throw down 1, possibly 2 multipliers, and a debuff, and that's gonna do the work for you. Game over. On top of all that, by the time you get to a special 3, she gets a couple cruelties, which just amps up her damage even more, which is wonderful. If she's bleeding, she procs a passive degen on the opponent, and again, for Arena, and Alliance War defense especially, if you aren't a mutant champ and you go up against a bleeding Elsa, it's not going to go well for you. It's pretty much game over. Especially in Alliance War, if you go up against a bleeding Elsa, there's no hope for you. It's an instant loss. Her Awakened ability just keeps revving her up even more, right? So her Awakened ability gives her a huge damage boost increase against Science champs, a huge damage boost against large and extra large champs, and a huge damage boost against whoever's on the last node of a quest. So just say you have Gladiator Hulk as the final boss, you got 3 different instances of damage increase, and she's just going to steamroll. Her prestige is pretty solid. It's not top notch for a skill class, but it's really solid. So you can rank her up and still get a pretty decent prestige increase, which is very cool. And some pretty fun synergies to boot. So I wound up doing a couple of speed kills. I got the video on the channel for proof. But you can KO Realm of Legends Winter Soldier in about 2 minutes. And you can KO a Labyrinth of Legends Red Hulk in about 4 minutes, possibly 5. She's just absolutely insane. And she's like the perfect package. Right, she's got ridiculous damage. She's got really good prestige, and she's immensely fun to play. It's a very smooth play style. So that, believe it or not, was the too long didn't read version. So good, so good. How much does the smallest Cyber Monday deal cost? For cash, the smallest offer is the whatchamacallit, Peter Parker wallet, right? Which is $5 American. Smallest unit offer, I think, is 1,000. So like what? It's 1,000, 5,000, and 10,000, I think. Can Ronin remove suicides? Yes. Yep. If it's a debuff, it can be removed. So he can shrug off both the suicides one at a time. He can shrug off stuff like Power Lock. He can shrug off Void's debuffs that are passive. Yeah, it's awesome. The icons changing would confuse people, I think, at first, but I think for the long run, it'd probably wind up probably working out for everybody. Just because they're going to keep adding more and more and more and more icons on top of the icons that we already got. And at some point, there's going to be a oversaturation of icons. Can I out-tangent Brian Grant? Could be a classic battle. It's possible, but the dude's a master. He's been honing his craft for years at this point. So I would like to say that, you know, I give him a good run for his money, but there we go. There's the evade, there's the cold snap, and he's dead. Oh wait, there was a Spider-Man battle? When was that? And then here's poor Medusa here. 5-hit combo, 5-hit combo, 5-hit combo. There we go, 3 5-hit combos. Iaska's just ranked her up. Also digging the new overlay. Well, much appreciated, PC. Big congrats on the rank up. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. And cheers, bud. Much appreciated. I'm really digging it. Clean, simple, to the point. Uh-oh. I do miss the spot for artwork, though. I mean, even though I only ever had that one Elsa banner up, but still, having a spot for art on a stream could be cool. Alrighty. Oh. Six-star in 5 days, gonna pull a Doom. There you go. Positive thinking. It's gonna happen. If it's not a Doom, it's gonna be a Captain Marvel movie. If it's not a Captain Marvel movie, it's gonna be a Corvus. Either way, it's gonna be awesome. Speaking of art, when's the art tour? It's coming. It's coming. See, that's the thing, though. I'm so self-conscious about some of the art that I do, and then at the same time, too, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's horribly out of date. Because like most of the art that I've been doing recently has been like corporate art, which I think looks cool and it's clean and all that, but it's not like something I'd hang on a wall. So then the stuff that I do have that is that way is like, again, horribly out of date that I look at, I'm like, ugh. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I was just looking to see who else was streaming right now. Because we are about at that time, though, everybody. Time to start thinking about wrapping things up. So I'm going to say it's the unofficial 5-minute warning here. And what that means is I'm going to run through this round and then one more round. And then do a send-off. See that Lakers Bodyguard is still streaming right now. And hopefully he's still going to be streaming by the time call it a wrap. Just pop over, say howdy. He's a good dude, friend of the stream. So it's always nice to be able to stop in and say hey. Can Ronin do bleed or poison paths in AQ? So here's the thing. For the nodes that say, you know, inflicts bleed that drains 100% of health over 10, 15 seconds, whatever, yeah, he can do that because it's a single instance of proccing bleed or poison or whatever, and you can shrug it off right away, and then that's it. For paths like Caltrops or fighting like an Abomination or something like that, no, because he winds up proccing too many instances of bleed and poison, and he can't keep up with them proccing, so he winds up, you know, getting out damaged by it. Because the thing with that though is that you do a 2-hit combo dash back, you got to do a 3-hit combo dash back, and do a second 2-hit combo for the second debuff. So if you're getting like a debuff every 10-15 seconds, yeah, it's gonna overwhelm you. I could stop in and say BG too. We'll see. We'll see. The official 7-minute stream. Yeah, well, semantics. Black Knight grind for the 5-star. I wish you the best of luck, bud. I wish you the best of luck. What do you think? Do you think the cutoff is going to stay the same? Do you think it's going to go up? Or do you think it's going to go down? You don't need to out your grind target, but curious. Art never goes out of style. Well, it's cyclical. It's very cyclical. You got stuff that look cool, you know, early 2000s, right? And then it was just so overdone. That's like, all right, I'm tired of seeing it. And now, you know, 10, 15, 20 years later, it's like, oh yeah, dude, that looks so cool again. Just because, you know, we've moved on to other things. Mr. Amazing saying they got dual class 4-stars now. Yeah, I saw that. It's good. Surprised they didn't have the 4-star dual class a couple months, like a month or so back when they introduced the 5s, but makes me wonder if they're going to do a 6 next. Because the 6-star pool is just as dense as the 4 and 5. I wouldn't mind. Save me all my 6 stars for go for that Cat Marvel movie. Planning on doing between 80 and 90 mil. I think that's a really good goal. Alright, so I got Gab in there. Crack them knuckles. It's been a good run. Good run. But let's pop in and see what's going on in the live stream world. Actually, here we go. Just because I think that Lakers Bodyguards are going to be wrapping up pretty quick. Let's do my buddy Putrid Talent. He's doing a run now for Path 4 in Labyrinth. You can stop in and say howdy. BG is also going to be streaming coming up pretty quick. He's always fun to watch, always a good stream. And Lakers Bodyguard's still streaming too, so we've got plenty of options. But as for me, that's going to be a wrap for tonight, everybody. I want to thank you all for hanging out here the last couple hours. I've said it before, I will keep on saying it. Getting to hang out and chat with you guys is always the highlight of doing the live streams here, so cheers. Kudos, everybody. If you haven't already, if you would kindly like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. All that stuff does help me out immensely, and I do very much appreciate it. Got plenty of cool stuff coming down the pipes. I got a lot of Apocalypse play, a lot of Horseman play, and not even talking about any of the news stuff that's going to be coming out this week, including new champ breakdowns, potential first thoughts, announcements if they are going to do the maze with the next patch. Plenty of stuff. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. I'm looking forward to it. So stay tuned. But until next time, everybody, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. And be well, everyone.